This is the Choosing Joy podcast with me, Jodi Lynn Turpin. Take a breath, feel it all, choose joy anyway. Hello and welcome back to the Choosing Joy podcast. It's me, Jodi Lynn Turpin. We are on episode 79 of the podcast and also coming up to the 1-year anniversary of starting the podcast, which comes with honestly just a lot of excitement and joy and great. I'm just so grateful. Thank you for listening. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for following me. Thank you for choosing joy and making the world a little bit brighter of a place. It means a lot, and I'm so grateful. So today, I would love to talk about choosing clarity, and specifically in the times when we need to slow down and we need to rest. Currently, I'm at the very end of a hermit place in my life. I get real quiet. I get real, introspective. I keep to myself a bit more, stay off of social media a little bit more. And it feels good. I used to not give myself this time. I knew I'd need to slow down and, I'd have to be taken down by a sickness or, some other situation that happens to give myself rest. And I just wonder, do you give yourself that time when you feel it coming, when you feel that need to slow down? Everything just needs to not come to a completely screeching halt. We're moms, or wives, or husbands, or teachers, or whatever we do. We still have to do those things, like go to work and make food and take care of ourselves. But any of that extra time is really just slowed down. And it's a really important and special part. And sometimes people go through this in like 12 hours. They just need a Saturday afternoon to just veg out, watch movies, read books, do whatever they do to calm their brain and slow down, to let that clarity and gentleness come through. Because we're all in a different season. Sometimes you're in a season of growth. You're in a season of being the hermit, a season of growing your business or excitement and travel and, newness. Maybe you just got married or you just had a baby, or it could be so many different things. But when we feel into those emotions and go with the flow of it, it feels really good to me in my heart. It feels good to go with where I'm needed for myself. And this might be because of my age. I don't know why, but it took me a while to get to this place of going with where my energy was taking me, because it gave me a lot more clarity in my life. It gave me clarity around every single thing in my life and what I could do and what I either don't want to do or not capable, or don't want, not so much not capable, just I'm not desiring to do anymore. So getting back to the subject of that slowness, that hermit time, or that just more quiet time in your life, what does it look like to you? What do you do on those? You're like, I need a completely veg out kind of day. What do you do? Do you watch movies, like I said, or books? Do you take slower hikes? Or maybe you need more naps. A lot of people need a lot of naps in this time. I like to do watercolor painting. I could seriously do watercolor painting for like days straight. Just that's all I'm doing. It's all I'm feeling into. And it lets my brain be just really calm and quiet. And I'll go for a hike, but it'll be super, super slow. And then at one point, just clarity hits. And today it hit for me, which I thought was really beautiful and amazing. I went to the chiropractor. It's the one I work at. Shout out Get Well Chiropractic. And I got adjusted. It was a very slow, gentle adjustment too, which was, it's not that it's unique, but I just really noticed it today. Then I laid on the PEMF mat, and the doctor had suggested a different thing for me. And I was like, sure, I'll do, whatever you think. So she picked number 12. I don't know that if there's a name or anything of it, but number 12. And I was laying there and I'm seeing, like, I could watch people watercolor paint. I'm not joking, like, for days straight. I think it's one of the most calming things to watch, especially watercolor painting. And I thought, oh, I just see this like watercoloring and like seeing these like little birds being drawn and all these things in my head. And I actually struggle with drawing, really struggle with it, about how it makes sense that you could draw a bird and make it look like a bird and its head and its like little beak and stuff. And in my vision, I see how to do this. I was like, thank you. Then I start seeing things about business, like my own business. And I'm like, well, thank you. And I don't feel this roaring rush right now to like, okay, I'm going to go do everything. I'm going to change all this and I'm going to make this different and everything. But I felt it. And so I wrote about it because I'm still in that slower mode, but clarity came. And clarity came about friendships and travel for me and just a couple other little beautiful things. And I'm so grateful for that I let it come, that I gave myself that downtime to allow clarity and rest to be within me. So, do you do this, and how do you do this? Do you give yourself the time to relax and to let your brain just be? Just be. Or do you rush it along? Do you push it aside? No, I cannot cancel this. No, I cannot do this, to give myself the time that I need right now. And what does it look like when clarity comes to you? I would love to hear. There's a lot of ways to come to clarity too. Number one, pray. Like, keep praying. Pray every day. Pray, 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 pray. It was just a little song for you. Some people meditate or journal or just don't do anything and let it come. Like, let's just let that feeling wash over you, because there's always a reason that you need rest. There's always a reason to flow into that. And so why? I find it interesting each time. And now over the years, I've given myself as much time as I need. And this is easier in my season of life because I have older kids. My husband's busy with his own things. I'm busy with my own things. So it gives me the time to be able to do this. I mean, maybe the dogs are like the biggest thing that is not pulling me out of it, but they may need a bit more than everyone else. So what does it look like to you? And how does it feel when you give yourself that time? It just makes my heart happy when you let your life flow through like this. Oh, it's so important and so special. And again, one of the fastest, even though sometimes it takes a while, sometimes rest could be for a month. It could be even longer. Honestly, it could be a very, very long time. I love human design and different parts of human design, like really show you maybe how your energy works in a different way. So I'm really intrigued about that. If you're interested in human design, I suggest Day Luna, Dayluna. There's like periods between each of them. And they also have a website. But Sheena and Dana like really go in deeply to human design and the energetics around it. So I kind of think about that when I'm thinking about rest and energy. And some people are able to just go and go and go and go, and they may just need, a little vacation here or there or something to bring back their energy to them. But how does it feel to you when you give yourself that time? Or do you not give yourself that time? And is it something you need to work on? Because like I just said and repeated myself, that it is one of the best ways back to joy. And there can be joy within this hermit time. Of course, there's going to be joy. But coming back to that enthusiastic, forward thinking, moving towards things like a business or changes and healing and plans and growth, like the things that some people really desire and crave, that is a lot of joy. I love it so much. If you would like to talk about this more or feel into it more with me, please reach out, Jodi at jodilynnturpin.com. You can email me or on my website, jodilynnturpin.com. Or Instagram is a great way to connect with me. I really try to go on there and check my messages. But again, in this season, maybe it's a little bit slower about getting on, except I'll have like 20 minutes and just think every single, meme or little reel I see is the best thing I've ever seen. So I post every single one of them. Anyways, I'll talk to you all soon. I love you all. Again, I'm so grateful, and keep choosing joy. You've been listening to the Choosing Joy podcast with me, Jodi Lynn Turpin. Be gentle with yourself, trust the timing, and keep choosing joy again and again.